Welcome to the Office Gremlins Guide to Borrowing with the Three Rivers Library System. To showcase our collection, we use a libib site which looks like this. On the left-hand side of the page, under our logo, are the collections we have, book kits and STEAM kits. Borrowing a STEAM kit follows the exact same process that I'm going to outline. Sometimes we have a giveaway shelf, which includes items from the office that we are giving away. If you find anything there that you want to have, just email me and I'll get that sorted for you. You can always find our libib site at our website or at libib.com/u/TRaiLS. To learn more about a book that we have, all you need to do is click on it. There, you can read the description, how many copies we have, and when it was added. Some of them also have Lexile scores and publishing dates. We utilize tags or filters to organize the titles. The orange words at the bottom of the title listing are tags. If you click on them, they'll bring you to any title that also has the same tag. I typically use classifications from the copyright page inside the book or the Library of Congress classifications. It's not a perfect system, but it should help you find what you need. You can also click on the filters in the top right-hand corner of the page. There, you'll find a list of any tags I've used for any book. Every book has at least one tag, but if you ever notice something is miscategorized or could use more classification, just email me and let me know and I'll fix it. Now hold on, let's place a hold. Anytime you find a book that you would like to use, just click the Add Hold button on the left hand of the page. It'll put a copy in the basket and you can check out at any time. You will need to log in. Each library or school has one email associated with a patron barcode, which just keeps it clean for me. So if you're a teacher and want to check out a book kit, you can email me or check with your media specialist. If you're a librarian, check with your director. If you have trouble logging in, just email me and I'll check my patrons list and see what the issue is. After you place a hold, just leave it to me. I'll get an email that looks like this, which lets me know that someone wants to borrow something. Then I'll email you to ask you how many copies you'll need and when you want to hand them out to your club. Once you give me that information, I'll check the holds calendar. We have a ton of titles, but without fail, every year some titles are just more popular and they get tied up. We lend titles for about 6 weeks, which can really push availability. Some people will email me their request list at the beginning of the year, which can be helpful if they're flexible because then I can swap titles around within their list. Once we get the dates sorted, I'll add it to my calendar and send those out about a week before you'd like to hand them out to your group. I mail all the book kits through the United States Postal Service. In each box, there should be, if I've done my job right, the books you've requested. A folder that includes discussion questions or teaching guides, an author bio. Sometimes there are teaching activities included. Since I'm not a teacher or a librarian, just a solitary office gremlin, I usually find these online. If you develop questions or activities and you'd like to share, just print out a copy and include them in the folder when you return the kit. So then the next person who borrows it has the option to use it. Inside the folder, there's also a due date slip, which mostly just lets you know how many copies I've checked out to you and when they're due back. We lend for about 6 weeks. There is also the book borrowing information sheet, which mostly just lets you know that if a copy gets lost or damaged while in your care, it's $5 per copy to replace. This year, I've also been including another folder with flyers for any of our upcoming workshops. Feel free to open that up and keep any of the flyers you'd like. They're constantly getting rotated, and it's just a way to keep everyone aware of what we're planning. If you're in our 21 county district, you'll also receive a return shipping label in the folder. Sometimes the return label is through UPS and sometimes it's through USPS. It just depends on the options that are available when I print the original label. All you'll need to do is put the books in a plainish box and adhere the label and drop it off to the appropriate place. UPS has drop-off locations which you can find online. If you find a previously missing book, you can always add it to whichever box is coming back to the office. The postage will automatically get altered and charged to our account. When you're done, please return the books on time so someone else can borrow them. I realize that not everything goes according to plan, and that if you need to extend your due date, 9 times out of 10, that is totally fine. Just email me and let me know. However, sometimes there are titles that have a tighter turnaround time and need to get sent to the next person, and I can't extend the due date. I try to make sure that everyone gets what they want when they need it to the best of my abilities, so help out your local office gremlin where you can. And that pretty much concludes the Office Gremlin's Guide to Borrowing. But if there's anything I missed or you need some clarification, just email me and I'll help in any way that I can.